points in the game.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've been proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
And it's so hard to be on the...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to get outside. Turning it on. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well.
Pulls it in and takes it in for a touchdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Mississippi State's offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The RPO fire complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the 1st drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on 3rd down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Dropping back, it's Dyer. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
And And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try to get the edge on the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to pass, it's Dyer. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the 1st. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The RPO, it's complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Number 32 in the end zone.
Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
With jet sweep pass. There he goes. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges, and you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away.
On to kick it away.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Handoff to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Oh, it's picked off. Looking for more room. Ripping through the defense. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. Corners are going to bail. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56. And he's got 3 on the board. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the back. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 10. And he will house it. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated too because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man on the right. It's a seam wide open. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Pressure coming. They're going to get him, and this offense now has even more work to do. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Here we go, here we go.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're not thinking 3. They want the touchdown, and here they come going for it on 4th and short. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Extending the play. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Red pass incomplete. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they turn it into a deep. Score.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Toss to the left. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Wants to throw. It's Dyer. Bringing the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying play action. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Mississippi State right back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Off play action on 1st down. He's looking deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the comeback is on.
Man, there are times a quarterback and receiver just have the unspoken language. He's lined up to the left side. He's looking down. There's nobody in the middle of the field. The quarterback kind of just winks at him and says, I'm throwing you this post. You go get it and go score a touchdown. Man, that is exactly what happened.
And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll try the outside to the left. Turning it on! Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast. And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run.
It's a running room. The 20. He's at the 10. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. BYU is running away with this one, and they're just itching to ring that victory bell. They're up by 24 over UCF. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late.
221 wing.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And they fumbled the thing out of bounds, but they maintained possession, but it'll be right at the previous line of scrimmage. 2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. They try to get it outside on the left.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. He'll be stopped. Before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point on.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
They decided to go for it on 4th down, and that was not easy, man. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, on 4th down, it's a touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Got the first down, looking for more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers this space out to the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
On the option. And some room to work. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The kick is on its way. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. Punts it out of the air. Sweet cut there. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Handoff from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the deep shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Scanning the field, it's Dyer. He's got his man. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
They get a huge play offensively, and now in this 2-minute situation, you got to think about clock management, right? When are we spiking the ball? We got to be throwing to the sidelines, get guys out of bounds, save some clock. We're trailing, but we've got a chance to win. We just got to be smart with the clock management.
Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Wants to pass the clock an enemy. Caught. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Working on the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Let's it fly. And it's caught. Caught in the end zone for a touchdown, and that might give them the game.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
Looking for those open, and the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Finds his big tight end. And that's how you finish it off, scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome, just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.